Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Brittany and I'm here with another tutorial where we're going to be jumping right back into Canva. So I am so excited to share one of my favorite features in Canva, which is, drumroll please, frames. So before we jump in, let's take a step back and answer some important questions like, what are frames? Well, frames are also known as masks in other parts of the graphic design techie world, but in Canva we're calling them frames. And basically what they are pre-made placeholders that come in different shapes and sizes that you can put your images and videos into, and so it makes it into those different shapes. They're really great to use to put into your designs to really elevate them and just bring it to the next level. If you're still lost, that's totally okay. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you exactly what they are and how you can use them. And if you're like, wait, what's Canva? Well, it's an online graphic design program that's free to use with limited features, or you can go pro and have unlimited access to all the tools inside. It's really easy to get started, and I make tutorial videos to help you learn how to use all the great features. So, without further ado, let's get into our creative frame of mind and start designing with some frames. Okay, so once you're inside Canva, we're gonna just start a new design. So I'm just gonna come up to the top. You can either click create a design here, or on the top bar, you can hit the plus sign and create a design there as well. I am just going to do a custom design, and I'm just going to pull a square. So I'm just going to do 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels. And so here we go. To find frames, you're going to come over here on the sidebar and you're going to click on elements. And then you see it says recently used, lines and shapes, graphics, etc. You're just going to scroll down until you see the one that says frames. So here we go. It says frames. I'm just going to click right here. It says see all. Okay, so as you can see, we have all these different shapes and sizes. And they have this little graphic of like some hills and a little cloud and some sky, and that's just to show you that you can put in a picture, and it's kind of just gives you an idea of what it might look like with your own picture or video. So let's just start with something simple. I'm going to click on this circle. Okay, so it put it into my design, and I can click on it, I can move it all around, I can drag the little corners and make it bigger or smaller. I can hit this little rotate and turn it all around, so you can really do all kinds of movement with it. And so now let's see what it looks like when we add a picture. So I'm just gonna go over on the side to photos, which is over here. So I'm just gonna click on that, and I'm just gonna click on a random picture that shows up. So maybe this is a picture of my cat. So I'm just gonna, this isn't a picture of my cat, but let's just pretend. So I'm just gonna take this picture of a cat. So just click on it, and you're just gonna drag it, and you're gonna move it into the circle until it fills in the circle. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then there are some different things you can do. If the picture is not lined up how you want it to be, you can double click and it'll bring the screen up like this, and it lets you see the parts of the picture that are being cut off. So when it's like that, you can click on the picture and move it, and you can see whatever's in this circle, that's what you're going to be able to see. So how I have it right now, the little tip of his ear is going to be cut off. See, so if I click out of it, his little ear is cut off. So maybe you want to make sure that all of him is in the picture. So you just double click on it and drag it back down. Or maybe you want his face to fill up most of the circle. So what you do is, after you've double clicked and get it to where you can see the little corner pieces here and the whole image, you click on the little corner handles and you just drag it, and then you just move your picture over until his face is filled into the circle. Then you just click out of it, and there you have it. Let's say you put this picture in here, but then you change your mind and you want to put a different picture in there. It's super easy to change. So let's just search for a picture of a dog. Maybe we want to put our dog. Oh, look at all the puppies. They're so cute. Okay, so what you can do is you can either just get your new picture, click on it, and drag it over to replace that picture. Okay, so that's one way to do it. I'm just going to hit Control-Z on my keyboard to undo that so that we get back to our picture of the cat. You can also right-click on the frame and the picture. You can say Detach Image, and it pulls it out so that it's no longer inside the frame. So you could also do that. You can also double-click on it and then hit Delete, and it'll delete the picture off the page. So those are 3 ways that you can change the picture that's in a frame. So let's take a look. Let's go back to our frames and look at some of the other shapes that we have and what else we can do with them. So if you're going to be selling like an online course, something like that, you might want to do one of those product offer stack mock-up things. If you're an online course creator, you probably know what I'm talking about. So you might want something like this where it has a picture of a computer, and then you might want your course documents or your website. You might want to put a picture of your website in here. So just for example's sake, we're going to pretend this is a screenshot that I took. So I can just drag it and put it in here. See? And then we could go back to our frames. Where's Elements? And maybe you want a mobile view as well. So then we can go back to our photos, and you can always upload your own photos. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video in this one so that we can look and see how the videos work with the frames. So I'm just going to scroll down the side here until I find videos, which is right here. So I'm just going to click on that. And maybe this is the video we want. So we can just put it in there. And now you can see it's playing, but it looks like it's playing on the phone. So this is just one of the things that you can do with masks is you can put videos or photos in them. And remember, we can double click on it and we can adjust the size. We can adjust the positioning. If we want it to be centered, we can make sure it's centered. If we want it to be off-centered, you just click and drag it to do that. I'm just going to center it because I think that's where the main focus of the video is. So you can just hit the little play button and see what it looks like. And that's awesome. And so then another thing to keep in mind when you put a video in there is you can always adjust the video's length and all of that. So let's adjust the video's length. Maybe we just want it to play for a few seconds. So you're going to make sure that you have the video selected. And then up here at the top, it shows a little scissors with some time. So right now, this means that our video plays for 22.3 seconds. So if I click on that, it opens up this little timeline where it shows the whole video. So you can drag these thick, like purpley blue bars to be only the parts of the video that you want to show. And it'll show you over here how long it is. So let's say we only want it to be 10 seconds. So I can just drag that to be 10 seconds. Or if I want it to be 10 seconds in the middle, then you can come and drag the first bar inwards until you get to 10 seconds. And then you can just click out of it, and that's how to do it. If you want the video to not have any sound, you click on the volume over here, and you'll just drag this volume bar until it has no sound, and then it has a line through it, which means it's muted. Then also on this particular frame, it looks like we can edit the colors. So right now the phone is all of these black and gray colors, but maybe you want something more fun. So maybe you want a pink phone. I'm just going to choose a bunch of random colors really quickly. So there you see you can change the colors on some of the frames as well. You can do it with this computer too. Now, not all frames have this option just because some frames don't have anything that's a color. You know, like that circle frame that we had earlier, it didn't have anything that was a color, right? It was just a frame. So if you're wondering where you can use frames, you can use them anywhere. You can use them on social media posts, you can use them on your website, you can use them on if you have a workbook, or if you have like a little lead magnet freebie, you know, anything you can pretty much use the frames for. As you can see, you can make all sorts of things. Just to get some ideas and inspiration, you can always go to the template page on Canva. So as you can see, I've typed in collage, and you can see there are all sorts of different collages, and they all use different kinds of frames. Some of them like overlap. Some of them are just lined up really nicely. And let's see some other examples of how you could use frames. So let's just look up a workbook cover. As you can see, there are frames in most of these. All of these that have like the pictures that are different shapes, those are frames. So you can see, you can use them all different kinds of ways. We can just type in social media, and you can see how people have used them for all sorts of things. So here you could use it to display your different products. You can really come up with some really cool designs. Like this one's really interesting, how you have like the different pictures here. The sky's the limit here. Well, that's all for today's tutorial on frames. I hope you found it informative and helpful. Just remember that they're a great feature in Canva that you can use for all sorts of projects. So whether you're creating collages or mood boards or social media posts or whatever it is that you're designing, keep frames in mind, experiment, play around, see what you like, and it just really helps to bring your designs to that next level. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more Canva tutorials, comment below, let me know what you'd like to see, and be sure to subscribe so that you are the first to know when I've uploaded a new video. I will see you in the next one. Thanks!